Hi, my name is Sora Anderson,
And I'm Álvaro González.
and we're going to present about solution-focused brief therapy. So some background data on our clients. Alice and Javier are a married couple. They're an interracial couple. They have been married for 17 years.
Alice is a Pacific Islander. She is very quiet and submissive in the relationship, and she would like to get a job, but every time she mentions it, Javier gets extremely upset. She invited him to go to counseling, and he agreed, and she would like to spend more time with him, but he says that it's too expensive to do so, and that they have nobody to watch the children.
Also, she says that he's very strict with the children. So, on the other hand, Javier is a Latino. He's extremely defensive at dealing with Alice. He has threatened to strike her several times. He also is extremely strict with the children. He has a good relationship with his 10-year-old son, although his two older daughters see him as a stranger. He knows that he's very strict, but he says that that's the way he was brought up, so that's the way it's going to be. He feels that if Alice gets a job, it will reflect badly on him, and that he has agreed to come to therapy to help Alice. He feels that he does not have a problem, so he comes to therapy as a visitor. So the relationship.
They have been having trouble for several years. As a couple, they rarely spend any time together except for Wednesdays afternoon because they recently joined the couples
Therapy, yes. So neither his family or hers agree in their relationship. Alice feels a real gap between her and her family, although Javier says that if his family doesn't agree with his relationship, so be it. So what is solution-focused brief therapy? It's a future-focused, goal-oriented therapeutic approach that emphasizes the strength and the resilience of people, focusing on the exception to their problems and their conceptualized solutions.
4 basic steps of solution-focused brief therapy. Number 1, find out what the client wants rather than what he does not. Number 2, do not search for a pathology and do not reduce the client by giving him a diagnosis. Number 3, if what the clients are doing is not working, encourage them to do something different. And number 4, keep the therapy brief by approaching each session as if it were the last.
So some therapeutic techniques are, first, you give the client the opportunity to describe the problem. Second, you work with them to find and develop well-formed goals. Third, the therapist asks the client about the times that the problems weren't there, or if they were when they were less severe, so that the clients can develop new solutions. And also, at the end of each solution-building conversation, the therapist should give summary feedback, provide encouragement, and suggest what the client might observe or do before the next therapy to further solve their issues. The fifth and the final is that the therapist and the client can evaluate the progress being done by rating it in a scale. So for example, if the client says the solution, I liked it from a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 4, then the client can further conceptualize other solutions that are available. So why solution brief therapy?
This type of therapy would be beneficial for Javier because as he doesn't seem to think that he has a problem, it could bring him to become aware that he has to work on a solution as well as his spouse.
As Alice. Alice also will benefit from this because as of right now, the only and the closest solution she sees is divorce. So this can give her more opportunity to find other solutions.
This approach would be good for Javier because he wouldn't feel as a patient during this process. He would feel that he's creating his own change for his life and his marriage.
Exactly, he has more control over his change. Also, it's very good for the couple because it emphasizes the positive dimensions of their marriage. So this could bring them a different perspective to create more solutions.
And they'll also become mindful that no problem is constant and that change is inevitable.
So the goals of therapy are 3 main goals. The first one is to generate meaning of the life of the client. So Javier and Alice, as of right now, they see their life as very problematic, We want to change that and give them a more positive meaning towards their life, so they can find faster solutions to their problems.
And raise awareness on the various aspects of their dominant culture and how it can impact their relationship.
Also, the most important thing is to help Alice and Javier find quick solutions, so that they won't end up divorcing each other. And that will be all presentation. Thank you very much. Okay guys, so how can I be useful today?
So we've been married for 17 years,
Okay.
and in the beginning he was a loving, caring husband. We used to spend time together, and he was nice to me. And as of recent years, he's angry all the time. He threatens to hit me. He doesn't spend time with our kids. He's very strict with them. I want to get a job, but he won't let me.
She doesn't need to get a job. I work the whole week, 6 days a week, except Sundays, and I do that for the family, supporting the kids and her lavish
Okay,
lifestyle.
we'll come back to that. So you're saying that you guys used to spend time together, right?
In the beginning, he was loving. He used to bring me little gifts and take me places. We used to actually spend time together and talk.
Okay, so what are you doing now to spend some time together?
Well, we're going to couple groups on Wednesdays and the occasional night out.
Oh, the only time we ever really see each other is on Wednesdays,
On the couples therapy?
and that's because I force him.
And how do you feel when you spend time together?
I don't think we have a problem. I'm just trying to make her happy.
Okay. Let's say that what stops you from spending time together? Why don't you?
Work.
And he says we have no one to watch the kids because we can't spend money on a babysitter.
Okay. So let's say that for a miracle, right? The kids, we find a babysitter, and she's paid off, and you can leave the kids with a babysitter, right? So, and you can go wherever you used to go before, where you used to spend time together. What would you do with that time?
What would you like to do?
Spend time with you.
What did you used to do before?
Maybe that favorite restaurant I always liked.
Yeah, and how did you felt when you went there?
Well, when we're together, we do have a good time.
Yeah. Do you miss that sometimes?
Do you miss it?
I miss it.
Definitely. So you think that, that feeling that you had before, do you feel the same way now? Would you like to feel the same way now?
I'll do anything to make her happy.
Okay. Okay. So do you think that, that could be possible, maybe taking one night out, to go to one favorite restaurant and spend some time together, see how that works?
I'd like that.
Yeah? Okay. So if we put this in a little scale from 1 to 10, this being the best solution, right? Going out to a restaurant, just a couple hours, the kids can be watched by a babysitter, maybe a neighbor, that doesn't charge you a lot, so it's not expensive for you. And you can spend some time together and focus on the feeling that you had before this whole thing happened, and that being the best solution, or one being the worst solution. What do you think that would rate like?
An 8, I would say.
Yeah? Yeah, that feels like it? Okay. So why don't we try that? And then in the next therapy, you can tell me more how it went.
We'll give it a shot.
Okay.